Okay, so good morning everybody. Today we're going to do the poem The Laboratory by the Victorian poet Robert Browning. Right? The Laboratory has got the subtitle Ancient Regime, an Ancient Regime. So we'll see what the poem is about. But first, let's read the note on the poet. Robert Browning, 1812 to 1889, is one of the leading poets of the Victorian age. He was born in Camberwell, South London. The Victorian age, of course, is the age during which Queen Victoria reigned, ruled. That was from about 1870 to 1910 or something like that, right? Browning had a comfortable and stable upbringing as his father worked for the Bank of England. His father had a job with the Bank of England, so he had a stable source of income, and therefore Robert Browning, as a boy, had a comfortable and stable upbringing. There were not many ups and downs in his life, right? Browning was exposed to literature quite early in his life, for his father was a great collector of books who, along with his mother, encouraged him to take interest in literature, right? So his father had a small private library. He was a great collector of books, and therefore young Robert Browning was exposed to these books, and he was encouraged to take an interest in literature from a very young age. He read extensively but hated school education and was educated at home by a tutor, right? So he was a voracious reader. He read anything and everything, all types of books, and but he did not like the school education, the regimentation. Regimentation is you have to be in this period at this hour, and you have to study this subject, and you have to answer these questions and none others. So he did that sort of regimentation or soldier-like approach towards education. He loved to read for the sake of reading. He loved to read because he wanted to read, not because he had to read. He used to not be forced. So he hated school education. So he was educated at home by a tutor. At 14, he was fluent in French, Greek, Italian and Latin. So he was fluent in all the Romance languages, I think they're called. He became a great admirer of Shelley, whose ideals he blindly tried to imitate. So Percy B. Shelley was one of the great romantic poets. The age of Romanticism preceded the Victorian era in poetry. Browning belonged to the Victorian age. Shelley belonged to the previous age, that is the age of Romanticism. So Shelley's ideals were imitated without thinking by Browning. He refused to pursue a formal career and devoted himself to poetry. Formal career, of course, means one like a teacher or a banker or some other careers. It's called following the beaten track. Beaten track, of course, if you have some grass and you walk on it, it forms a track. So the beaten track, the professions which many people follow, he refused to follow a beaten track and he devoted himself to poetry. So some of his poems are Pauline, Paracelsus, Sordello, Men and Women, his dramatis personae, The Ring and the Book and Bells and Pomegranates. 8 volumes are his prominent works. He is well known for his brilliant dramatic monologues. A monologue is a thing that is spoken by one person. A dramatic monologue has elements of drama, excitement, suspense, sorrow, joy, things like that. He is well known for his brilliant dramatic monologues. So now we come to a description of the poem. The poem is a classic example of a well-wrought dramatic monologue. So it's a classic example of a well-formed dramatic monologue in which a wronged and betrayed woman finds herself at an apothecary's. An apothecary was an ancient chemist, in the chemist shop where we buy the tablets and syrups and medicine. An ancient chemist was called an apothecary. So what an apothecary did was, he used to mix powders and liquids, and he used to make medicines. But an apothecary could also make poisonous liquids, poisonous powders, like that. So here in the poem, we have a wronged and betrayed woman. A wronged and betrayed woman means her husband or her lover has cheated on her, and she wants to take revenge on the lover's beloved. The woman who has made the husband or lover, she wants to take revenge on the rival. So she goes to the apothecaries to buy some poison. For trying to buy a deadly poison to kill her lover's new beloved. The poem is spoken in the words of the offended woman. The poem is spoken in the words of the offended woman, unfolds itself as she waits for the chemist to get the poison ready. As she waits for the chemist or the apothecary to get the poison ready, she speaks out what the problem is, right? And we learn about the situation through her words. The insulted but determined woman has cold-bloodedly planned everything and has little moral qualms about having the darker side of her heart exposed to the world. So she's an insulted woman, but she's determined to have her revenge. And what has she done? She has cold-bloodedly planned. Means every step of the murder she has plotted in advance, without any moral scruples. She doesn't feel in the least that I shouldn't do this or I shouldn't do that. Without any trace of morality, she plans the murder. This is where the beloved will be, this is what she'll be doing, this is how I will administer the poison to her. She plans out everything cold-bloodedly, without any warmth. Right? The speaker feels strangely empowered by the anticipated possession of the poison. So, she anticipates that she will possess the poison. With that anticipation, she gets a sense of power, right, over her rival, right, and which charges this poem with an intense sense of excitement. So, there's an intense sense of excitement as we read the poem. So now we come to the poem, and it says, now it's the wronged woman speaking, and she says, now that I, tying thy glass mask tightly, may gaze through these faint smokes curling whitely, as thou pliest thy trade in this devil's smithy, which is the poison to poison her with thee. So the woman enters the apothecary shop, and she ties a glass mask across her face, because the vapors are rising in the apothecary shop. The vapors of various liquids boiling in some cauldrons, right? So all of them are poisonous fumes. So what she does is, she ties a glass mask tightly across her face, so that she doesn't inhale the fumes, right? And she gazes through the faint smokes curling whitely. She looks through the faint smokes, faint smoke, which is curling in the air. It's curling in the air. All white smoke, white fumes, right? And she gazes through them. As thou pliest thy trade in this devil's smithy. Thou is an old form of you. She's addressing the apothecary. And she says, as you ply your trade, as you follow your profession in this devil's smithy. The devil's smithy, you know what a blacksmith does, or what a goldsmith does. This is a devil's smithy, where you mix and bring out various, you know, portions, right? So as you follow your profession, as you ply your trade in this devil's city, as I follow you, right? I gaze through the faint smoke. Which is the poison to poison them with thee? So she asks, which poison will poison her, the rival? Prithee is a time of prayer. I ask you, I plead with you, right? He is with her. He is with her. And they know, but I know. So her beloved is with his lover, right? And both of them know that she knows about them, right? Where they are. She knows where they are and what they do. She knows exactly what is going on. They believe my tears flow. So both the lover and his beloved think that the wrong woman is crying over her loss while they laugh at me, right? They're laughing at me, fled to the drear empty church to pray in God for them. I am here, right? So they are laughing behind her back. They are laughing at her, right? Seeing her sorry state, right? While they laugh at me, fled to the drear empty church. They think I have run away to the empty church to pray to God for them, to pray to God to save their souls for having sinned. But she says, I am here in the devil's city, in the apothecary shop. Grind away the poison, moisten it with some liquid, and mash up thy paste. Mix the paste, make the paste. Pound at thy powder. Pound means to, pound in a mortar and pestle. I am not in haste. Better sit thus and observe thy strange things than go where men wait me and dance at the kings. So now, in my mood, it's better that I sit in front of you and watch all what you're doing and observe the strange things that you're doing, rather than go to the king's ball where men wait for me to dance with them. Right? That in the mortar. What is that in the mortar? Mortar is that thing, you have a mortar and pestle where you grind for example, the cloves or the turmeric powder. Mortar, you find it in the kitchen. Right? That in the mortar, you call it a gum in the mortar. Or the brave tree when such gold is in its gum. Where is that tree from where such gum has oozed out, right? And yonder soft phial, that soft phial is a capsule of liquid, and yonder is over there, and that yonder soft phial, the exquisite blue, sure to taste sweetly. That liquid is sure to taste sweet. So if it's sweet to taste, they will drink it, right? Sure to taste sweetly. Is that poison too? Had I but all of them, thee and thy treasures. So she says, the apothecaries, powders and potions and liquids, they're like treasures. Had I all of them, what a wild crowd of invisible treasures. So imagine what I could do with so many, ingredients. I'd have a wild type, to carry pure death in an earring, casket, a signet, a fan mount, filigree basket. To carry pure death, some liquid, some small amount of liquid, which can be carried in an earring. It can be carried in a small casket inside the ring. Or it can be carried in a signet ring. Right? You open the ring and you overturn the ring and you empty the liquid or the powder into the victim's drink. Okay? A signet, a fan mount, a hand fan mount. Or a filigree basket, or a basket, which ladies carry. And all these things I could carry pure death. Soon at the king's, very soon at the king's, they're going to have a ball. a mere lozenge to you. I'll give her a lozenge. A lozenge is like Vicks by Action Fire. I'll give her a lozenge. And Pauline should have just 30 minutes to live. That's the name of the rival. Her name is Pauline. She would have just 30 minutes to live. But to light a pastille is a small sweet, but to light a pastille and Elise with a head and a breast and an arm and a hand should drop there. So Elise, if she gives Elise a pastille, then Elise with her breast and her arms and her hands just collapse dead. Right? If she beats the pastille. Quick, is it finished? The color is too grim. The color of your lozenge, color of your pastille, your small tablet is too serious. You make it lighter. It's too grim. Why not soft like the fire? Why don't you make the color soft like it? Enticing and dim. Should be enticing. It should be attractive to the person who's going to eat it. It should not be a black color. It should be something like light yellow. Right? It should be enticing and dim. Let it brighten her drink. When it's mixed with the drink, let the drink fizz. Let it become lighter in color. Let her turn it and stir. And try it and taste. Here she fixed and prepare. Here before she fixes herself in one place. In a state of deathly state of death. She fixed and prepared. What? A drop. You give me just a drop? She's not little, no minion like me. I am a small, tender girl. I am like a girl. But she's not a minion like me. She's not a small, young girl like me. She is on well-built propose. She has got, no minion like me. That's why she ensnared him. That's because of her size she ensnared him. This never will free. This small lozenge will never free light from her body. The soul from those masculine eyes, say no. It will never free the soul from those almost masculine eyes. Okay? That to that pulse magnificent Amal. The pulse magnificent. It will not free the pulse from, it won't stop the pulse in her veins. Okay? For only last night, as they whispered, I brought my own eyes to bear on my soul. As they were whispering in the darkness, I looked at them. I brought my own eyes to bear on my soul. That I thought, could I keep them 1/2 minute fixed? Could I keep them 1/2 minute fixed? She would fall steward. The look in her eyes, if that look could kill, the rival would shrivel, she would burn up. Okay, she fell not, yet this does it all. Now she has that lozenge or that pastille or that gum, and this is going to do what I wanted to do. It's going to do away with my rival. Not that I bid you spare her the pain. Don't spare her the pain. Don't let life be immediately. Let death be felt and the proof remain. Let death be felt and let the proof that she has died, let a dead body remain. Brand, burn her right into its place. Let it brand her. Brand means it should burn her, burn within. And it should bite her within. All the vital organs should be, tortured. He is sure to remember her dying face. This is how the poison should work. This is the intention of the betrayed, wronged lady. So you see what a strength of emotion a jealous woman has. Right? Is it done? Take my mask off. Did you say take my mask off? Nay, be not morose. Don't be sad. Don't be morose. It kills her and this prevents seeing it close. The delicate droplet of liquid, my whole fortune sweet. Whatever fortune I have, I'll give it to you as a fee. If it hurts her, beside, can it ever hurt? If it hurts my rival, can it ever hurt me? I'm going to give you my whole fortune. Now take all my jewels, gorge gold to your fill. Take all the gold you want, gorge it till you're filled. Okay, till you're satiated, till you're satisfied. Take as much gold as you want. You may kiss me, old man, on my mouth if you will. Right? Kiss me on my mouth. So this is okay. Here, brush this dust off me. Brush this dust off me. less horror it brings. Here I know it. So brush this down, I have to appear tidily at the king's, right? Here I know it. Next moment I dance at the king's. Now I'm going to the king's wall to dance. Okay? So she's going, this is the way she has plotted the death of her rival. This shows the intensity of the jealousy present in a